Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This video is about Forrest Fenn's poem assisted by Shakespeare. More specifically, Shakespeare's sonnet, Structure. I believe Forrest sought the assistance of Shakespeare's work known as Shakespeare's sonnets. And Shakespeare's sonnet structure is there are 14 lines Shakespearean sonnet. The first 12 lines are divided into three quatrains. In Forrest's poem, we call them stanzas, with 4 lines each. In the three quatrains, the poet establishes a theme or problem and then resolves it in the 2 lines called the couplet. So let's use that structure and take a look at Forrest's poem. Okay, starting with stanza 1. We got 4 lines, and we got 4 lines in 2, 4 lines in 3. That's a total of 12. And then we got 2 more, and we end it, look quickly down your quest to cease. Now, a person could say, hey, that's it. That's definitely it. But is it? I mean, there's a problem that is spoken about in the first 12 lines, and then it's supposed to be resolved in the last 2 lines. This really doesn't resolve anything to somebody trying to solve the poem. So how about we take this approach? We start with people believe the first clue is. And Forrest, I believe he even stated that this is the first clue. Begin it where warm waters halt. So if we do that, we get stanza 2, stanza 3, stanza 4. We've gone through the 12 lines, and we have 2 more to resolve it. And it says, so why is it that I must go and leave my trove to all to seek? That doesn't resolve the problem. So what is the problem we're looking to solve? Well, the problem we're looking to solve is found here in stanza 1. As I have gone alone in there and with my treasures bold, I can keep my secret where and hint of riches new and old. So we're looking for Forrest's secret where. My secret where is what we're looking for. So I took this approach, and I did this all before I found the Shakespearean sonnets and read about it. And here's the solve approach I took in stanza 1. I parsed the first sentence as because I do pictograph translations, and a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, you can separate words here and have its own picture, its own item, its own thing. So the first was as People had a lot of trouble with that. The second was have gone. The third is alone. And the fourth is in there. So the first thing I thought of was thy, which is kind of heading towards, the language of Shakespeare back in his day. I ended up putting out publicly using the word thee, because thy can also be thee, which is THEE, which can be reduced to thee. But actually, we're looking for the my where. So actually, my is the appropriate solve used for the translation of as So my and have gone can be called left, because when you have gone, you have left. Alone, I left alone, alone. In there can be an entrance. So this is the translation, my left alone entrance. So I went to the next line. And with my treasures bold. And with, I left that alone. My treasures bold, that's a personal thing, that's a private thing, and it's property. So I came up with private property in bold letters. Now, where does this occur? Where should we find this as we're trying to solve the poem? Well, the way I had found that, and I decided to translate those first two lines, actually just the first line, and then the second one after I was boots on the ground, because I was faced with a private property sign in my face. So anyhow, when we get to the point in the poem where it says, from there, it's no place for the meek. So where we should be at that point is at this location, as I have gone alone in there. That's where we're supposed to be. So that's where I applied this solve that I did. So using that system and starting with stanza 2 and following the structure of the sonnet, going through 12 lines, I go through the 12 lines and then I solve my problem. And actually that just gives me confirmation of where I'm at. Now there is more to this. And the more that is to this is the Shakespearean sonnets. Actually, I think it's in this page. In the Shakespeare sonnets, only 3 of Shakespeare's 154 sonnets do not conform to this structure, which is the basic structure. Sonnet 9, which has 15 lines. Sonnet 1.6, which is 12 lines, which is what I did, was the 12 lines in Shakespearean sonnet 126. There is 2 left out. And there was actually just parentheses put in that place. So that's the one being used where I had gone back to stanza number 1 and